I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Can I hit that? Okay, yeah, yeah. Can I hit that?
Today, from Toronto, Canada, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. On the return, it's Taylor. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
Everything you want in a starting quarterback in the NFL, especially in the physical category. But if you have the idea that he's one of those rah-rah, spit and fire guys, he's not that at all. But he has a will to win that really the team picks up on, and they can't wait to follow him into victory.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and...
From the gun, here's Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
Watson.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, first down.
First down.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Toronto.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Josh Lambo to kick.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start with the option on first down. Hutchins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Deshaun Watson.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Griffin.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Kevin King with a pick. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted by the Texans.
Well, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Number 20.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up
Watson.
And 5.
Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run on 1st down. Hutchins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Play to the running back.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
They'll try the air now with Watson.
48-yard
eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Jaguars.
On 2nd down, Hutchins. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
And it's 3rd.
Out of the gun, Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks.
Watson's pass.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st down, Watson. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards.
Watson's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over to the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Throwing on second down. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Deshaun Watson sacked. Fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Third and long. It's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Deshaun Watson sacked.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
No good. That keeps the score. Jaguars 7. Texans nothing.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Ball carrier.
Credit to tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7. Texans nothing.
On second down, Swift. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, Griffin. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Deshaun Watson making his way back out, the focus of our players' spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Hutchins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. That's them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Again, the ball carrier.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 24. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Operating from the gun, Watson. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there.
Williams, the ball carrier.
Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Jags football again. DJ Chark ready to rock and roll. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Good for a Jaguars.
From the gun, here's Swift. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Griffin, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
From the gun, it's Griffin. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. On 2nd down now, Hutchins, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Houston.
From the 50, it's Watson to the right side and complete to Hurst. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson able to hit his target, Claypool. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, The defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Point after try forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Griffin. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
To number 82.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. And connecting here with DJ Chark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st down, Griffin. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half.
Complete to DJ Chark.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Set to kick off.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Brought down back at
we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the gun, Griffin, and almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Kevin King there, defensive.
Throwing again. Griffin. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
29 yards. And the Texans first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Watson. He finds an opening past the 40. Completion here to Claypool. And all the way up to the 46. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
49-yard line. A 5-yard gain
from the gun. Watson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. K'Lavon Chaisson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
On second down, Hutchins. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
At the 47-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Watson now throwing on 3rd and long. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Toronto's offense ready to take over. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd.
Operating from the gun. Griffin. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
DeAndre Swift.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will have a Jaguars first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Griffin. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Operating from the gun, Griffin. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. He's playing pretty well. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now a stoppage here for an injury. And, oh, boy, that looks to be the quarterback, Watson. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
First down, Texans.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
3rd down.
Garoppolo again. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
13.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
No gain on the play. 2nd.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Griffin. Connection made with Chenault. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Griffin. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Welcome back to Toronto. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Griffin. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 32.
Once again, Griffin. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
On 3rd down, Hutchins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taken right around the 44. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Now Griffin on 1st down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
LaVisca Chenault, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Griffin's pass.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing again, Griffin. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. The 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags are an extra point away from taking the lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Watson on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Watson sacked. A loss of 7 yards.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Griffin, quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On the option, here's Griffin. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right out.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Cooks has it over the middle.
To Brandon Cooks.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. No, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
I don't know what the heck he was doing.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
From the red zone now, Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
And sacked.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And the Jaguars send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Nifty move. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Watson and the Texans now down by 2. 1:47 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Watson. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now it's Watson. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. Give him 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, the injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Texans first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
That one goes for, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Caleb Chason in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And they take a knee. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap